Welcome to Homefront Sit Rep with Willis
and Megs. Don't forget about Blaze.
We're just a couple of veterans having a good time talking about what's on our minds.
And maybe yours.
You can find us on Apple, Amazon, or Spotify.
Or wherever you find your favorite podcasts.
Good afternoon to another episode of Homefront Sit Rep.
Kind of sounded like Robin Williams there, like, Good morning, Vietnam!
So we're trying something different today. We are doing a live podcast. Me and Megan, we're playing around doing different things. So we are broadcasting live on our private group, our public group, and then to YouTube as well. So welcome. How is everybody today?
Welcome to the bunker, as we are.
Yeah, we're going to call it the bunker from now on. No longer David's basement or Willis's basement.
Willis's basement.
So how is everybody? I know there's a way for like chat. Might have to pull it up. So anyhow,
I don't know if it's. Is it that?
Well, that's private.
Look at up there.
That's private chat. I might have to pull it up. So, but anyway, so how is everybody?
La-da-da-da, anybody.
So we are going to talk about upcoming veterans events, things that me and Megan are going to be at. Some of them we won't be at, depending on where they're at. So we're definitely excited and trying new things. One thing that we got coming up November 11, Veterans Day, me and Megan, we're going to do a dual live broadcast. One is going to be from Shelby County Christian Church, but it'll be at the Veterans Rural Outreach Program at their village. They're going to have serving up Christ with veterans. So we're going to have a podcast there. It'll be live stream. And then we will also be at Mission Barbecue in St. Matthews, which is going to be, I think it's going to be amazing because
that's going to be really cool because, yeah, they're going to have like
the Black Hawk helicopter and all kinds of. Now, isn't that like the 30th anniversary of Black Hawk Down? Yeah. So there will be some veterans that were there. Yeah, that were actually there to help rescue the pilots and stuff. So there will be some of those guys there. We'll be there at 11 o'clock as soon as they opened up. It's gonna be a wonderful day on Veterans Day. So we're definitely super excited about that. But yeah, there's some good events coming up. We do have a private chat, so you could probably chat into us there if you want. There's also going to be comments that we'll post if you comment. I'll type hello here. So you'll be able to see that. So welcome everybody. So Megan, how was your day?
I actually had a little bit of a me time today, which
awesome.
Doesn't always happen. So
yeah, my day's been pretty lazy so far. I went and my mother-in-law got out of the hospital today. So
she did good.
Yes, great. So she's at home. Great. So I had to go help her get in her house with her dog, and then I went and made some keys for her house because we didn't have a key for her house. So that was a whole debacle, but we got that squared away. So she is at home now.
And the doggo is alive and well.
The dog is alive and well. She was cuddling me last night, so that was pretty cool.
I had no doubt.
My dogs were jealous.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, they were definitely jealous, especially Waylon. He was like, Dad, that's my spot, bro. So, but yeah, it wasn't not too bad. But yeah. And then the wife and kids right now, they are at a friend's house. They're doing a little barbecue for Labor Day. So once we're done here, that's where I'll be heading back to. But yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, no, I had a great day yesterday. I had my kiddos this weekend. Although I will say I had a little bit of a panicky moment.
Yeah.
We were at the pool and this sweet grandmother was talking to me. And she was there with her son. And then his sons were there. Well, he was paying attention to the one son. And then this other son, who's a toddler, itty bitty, like 2 or 3 years old, is doing this lap where he would go off the ladder, jump in, swim over to where the grandmother was by the steps. That's where I was sitting, and then do this routine. Well,
Nice.
you know me, former coastie, former lifeguard. I'm watching this and I'm like, oh, this kid's getting tired.
Yeah, I'll bet.
And where he was jumping in was 5 feet.
Oh, that's pretty deep.
Yeah, so
What's up, Doc?
Doc's on, hooray! But yeah, so he jumped in one time, and when you can see a kid like swimming horizontal as they should, they're moving,
Yeah.
they have forward progression, which is good.
Right.
Then all of a sudden they go vertical, and then they start bobbing.
Oh yeah, no, that's when you need to jump in.
That's the problem.
Doc, we love you too, buddy.
Love you more than you know. But so literally, I was in mid sentence with this grandmother. The father had no idea this was happening. The grandmother had no idea that this was happening. And so just old lifeguard, Coast Guard brain kicked in.
So you went all guardian on them.
I did. I did.
That's a good Coast Guard reference.
Yeah, I did. I'm impressed. Good job. Good job.
Hey, Kevin Costner was good in that movie.
Yeah.
Ashton
I don't
Kutcher,
know.
not so much.
Yeah,
but...
I was about to say. I don't know. So, funny story about that movie. During the graduation, there's a chief petty officer that's there helping.
Yeah.
He was actually one of my chief petty officers.
Nice.
He was brought on as a what do you call it? A reference, or
he's
the professional guidance. Or,
yeah, I forget what they're called.
Yeah, but anyways, he was actually in the movie.
Nice.
But yeah, so no, it was funny because I was dealing with some family stuff and had my phone all set up with a battery charger all set on the side. And
Doc's is extra. So it's more like what Gunny Emery was when he first started out in Full Metal Jacket, and then they asked him to be in the movie. Advisor.
Yes.
Military advisor. There we go.
But yeah, so he got to be in the movie. But yeah, so I was just sitting there and having all my stuff charged up, and then this woman's like mid sentence, and I'm like, I gotta go. And it was like a good 5 yards. I mean, it wasn't crazy far.
Right.
But I literally just launched myself off the steps, and I was like,
oh, got to get there.
Nope, got to get there.
Yeah, you got to get there in a heartbeat, especially when it's a little kid, because you never know what's going to happen.
Like I said, he was just doing that bobbing, and then all of a sudden he went under and didn't bob back up.
Oof. Yeah, that's scary. I mean, anytime you're at a pool and a kid, you got to be very vigilant when you're at a pool, just because you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, and I was a little frustrated because I went and told the lifeguard, because it was later in the evening. I said, hey, just kind of keep an eye on this area. And she was a little bit of a twat waffle. And she's like, can I help you? And I was like, yeah, you can help by doing your job. Yeah. But thankfully, I know one of the supervisors there, and went over and chat with them. And next thing I know, she's getting swept out of the chair. Wasn't trying to get her in trouble, but I was just trying to be like, hey,
they
just be mindful, because the whole section, there's a whole nother section where it wasn't a lot of kids.
Yeah.
I was like, could you just be a little bit more mindful of this section?
Lifeguards nowadays, they don't do their jobs. I can't say not all of them. Not all of them. A majority of them do a great job. But there are those few that don't pay attention.
They think they're literally there just to get a suntan.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. So if you're on the stream, go ahead and say hello in the comments, wherever you're watching. If you're watching on the private group, the public page, YouTube, go ahead and type in a comment, say hello, just so we can acknowledge you. Today, we're just talking about some events that we know of that are coming up, veteran events throughout the state of Kentucky or throughout the country if we know about them.
I'll be talking about the one I'm going to in Arizona, which will be exciting.
9/11, for that one's going to be a cool one. Then we got some exciting news coming up with upcoming podcasts that we're going to be doing. We got one that's going to be with Sam Deeds. Funny story about this guy. We were in boot camp together. He was my battle buddy in boot camp. He's from Maine, but he lives in Kentucky now. He's part of Kentucky Wounded Heroes, and he's also on a professional skydive team where they skydive into sports stadiums and stuff. So that's pretty cool. So we're going to have him on. He does a lot of things with veterans. He just was in, I believe, Alaska doing a fishing trip in Alaska. So that's pretty cool. Then he's going to be doing the Mogadishu Mile up in Queens Lake and up around Lexington area. He's going to be doing that. We'll have that on here. That's coming up as well. So there's a lot of things coming up.
Yeah, and I actually have one of the soldiers that was there, that was part of the rescue mission. He's with Warrior Rounds, and we're going to talk more about that and bring him onto the podcast at some point. But I believe he's going to be there at the Mission Barbecue St. Matthews thing. So
that's going to be a big event. Then we've been talking with Rich LaMonica. He's with the Misfit Nation show. We're going to go on his podcast November the 7th, which is going to be pretty cool. Then we have Adam Bird, Mr. Adam Bird from Heroes Media Group. If you haven't heard of them, check them out. It's Heroes Media Group. Heroes Beverage Group, I believe, is another one of their businesses as well. So they have coffee and stuff like that there. So yeah, we got.
Then we got Silverback Mel coming on. That's his gamer tag.
Yes, Silverback Mel.
Yeah, he's awesome. He is a friend of mine that I met through Ludadora Project, and now he has done this great job of promoting his gaming and things like that. He actually got invited to Hawaii because he was one of the top influencers of TikTok with his gaming. So super happy to have Melvin on. Silverback Mel is his gamer tag. He's awesome. Definitely check him out.
That's Thomas Reardon. Just said he wanted to say hello. Welcome, Thomas. I'm glad you're still here, buddy. So yeah, we got some cool events coming up. We're going to play. Let's see. Let's do this. Here's one of the events that's coming up. Let's go here. So this is the 9/11 event memorial ride, September 9th. That's going to be at, I don't know where that is. I'll have to look into that one. So that's coming up. That's pretty cool. Then you have Coffee Muster. This is Lady Vets Connect. It's going to be up in West Vine Street in Lexington, Monday 9/25 from 9 to 10 a.m. at the Hilton downtown.
And the great thing about Lady Vets Connect is that's exactly like it sounds like. Their main focus is for the women veterans, and then they also help out if they have children or something like that. So
yeah, it's pretty. Phyllis Abbott, I know. I've known her for quite some time, and she does a lot for female veterans out there. And a lot of times, female veterans sadly get overlooked because of the old establishment. But we need to support our sisters out there. And I'm a very huge advocate of supporting our lady sisters out there always.
So they do a great job of doing different fundraisers, and they have a shelter in place for women, which is,
it was an old school they converted.
Yeah, that was what was really neat about it. But that you don't hear that, because I know when I dealt with my homelessness, I kept getting turned down because I was a female.
Yep.
That there's only so much room. So it's nice that they are doing what they're doing and trying to help out. And the whole process, they also try to help like transition out.
Yep. Yeah. So here's another one that's coming up. This is the Hope and Healing Conference in Veteran Suicide, 9/29/2023. 2280 Executive Drive in Lexington, 2 to 6 o'clock. That's sponsored by Philip Morris and a few other organizations out there. So that's going to be a pretty cool event as well.
And that event's kind of neat also because it's with Lady Vet Connect.
Yep.
But it's a safe place that what they'll do is they'll open the floor. And I don't know if you remember from the podcast back when I was talking to Sherry Elmore.
Yeah.
That she kind of on the spot
called
me out and asked me to tell my story. Well, that's going to be a similar type of situation where no one's going to call you out. just good old Sherry. That's what she did to me. But anyways, it's a safe place that if you want to stand up and be able to tell your story, that's a place to do it.
Yeah, I love Sherry.
No, she's great, and honestly, like, thank goodness for her and kind of doing that. That kind of helped me.
Yeah, she does a lot of things for female veterans out there, and she does retreats and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool to see what she's doing for our female veterans. So Sherry, if you watch this, keep pushing on, girl. Do your thing.
Keep on keeping on.
Keep on, keep on. Next, we got Laurel County. This is going to be Laurel County Veteran Coffee Muster. It's the 27th of September from 10 a.m. to 11:30 at 84 Industria Drive, London, Kentucky. All veterans and their families are welcome. So that's Laurel County.
That's nice that it's the families too.
Yeah.
Because sometimes things are like meant for just veterans, but
yeah.
We always love it when family gets to be included.
Yeah, because they served just as well as we did.
Yeah.
If you were married and you had kids while you served and you deployed, your kids served while you served. So they definitely need the support as well.
And
because
so my kids weren't even born.
So
yet.
Mine wasn't either.
But yet they still serve because I'm still dealing with
same with mine, and my kids, they've seen the difference in me over the past few years, and me, I've never been to the VA until recently. I finally got it set up. I went Friday. I had my blood drawn for my initial labs. Tuesday, I go in, see my doctor for the first time, my primary care. So I am working on getting everything set up on that. And hopefully for too long, we'll see how it all plays out. I'm going to check comments real quick. Nope. Daddy Boot Camp. There you go. Daddy Boot Camp. Look, Thomas, Daddy Boot Camp raising my kids. If you leave a comment, I have to come back and check it because we're going through these different videos as well. All right, so we talked about this one just a few minutes ago.
And we're also still kind of figuring this whole thing out.
So this is the Mogadishu Mile, Saturday, October 14th, 2023 at 9 a.m. There is a link here. This is through Queens Lake up in Lexington. So that's going to be pretty freaking cool. I plan on going up to that event probably. My buddy Deeds, he will be. I think he said he's going to be the MC up there. I have to go back and see what he said, but I think he's going to be the MC up there. So nice. Then we got this one, Central Kentucky Riding for Hope in partnership with Lady Veterans Connect Equine Therapy Program for Veterans, September 7th through October 12th, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. To register, you go to info@ladyveteransconnect.org. So definitely.
So that was the actual place that I did it. When I posted pictures later on about with Sherry and I, it was at Central Kentucky Riding for Hope, and they have worked with Wounded Warrior Project. They work with Lady Vets Connect. A great program. I cannot speak highly enough about them and how wonderful they have been with veterans and doing their equine therapy. So something I highly recommend to check them out. Reach out to them. Reach out to Lady Vets Connect. If you're not a female, you're a male. You can also just still reach out to them, and they'll let you know what other programs are coming out.
Definitely. So next one here we got coming up is Sunset with Horses Women's Wellness Event. That's going to be Saturday, September 30th at 4:30 to 8:30 p.m.
And that's at that Equid Wellness. I sadly, it's my fault. I could not make it the one Saturday. I was supposed to meet with the person that kind of runs that. But I had almost an hour-long conversation with her on the phone. She sounds absolutely amazing. She works. So this particular event is women only and not necessarily veteran related. But I know some veterans that are going, and I'm going to try to check it out if I'm free. But they do some veteran type programs, and I just was so impressed with the conversation that I had with her. So just check out that organization in general. and see what all they've got going on. But this one is a women's only, and I think it'll be awesome.
So if you are watching, we got 5 people watching. Please leave a comment where you're watching from, where you're at, how you know me and Megan. Leave a comment so we can talk about you and say hi and all that good jazz. We're just on here bullshitting. We're also talking about upcoming veteran events that we know about. If you know about any, leave them in the comments and we'll talk about them as well. We're just trying to get the information out there of upcoming events for veterans. That's what our podcast mainly is about. Yes, we have a fun time doing our podcast, but we also want to get that information out there to everybody. Just because that's who we are. I mean, my heart says, hey, you need to do this for your brothers and sisters out there. It helps me. It helps you.
How many times have I said, like, I wish I do?
Yeah, I wish I knew. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what we're doing is we're probably going to wind up doing this once or twice a month, having a podcast just for events that we find out. If you have an event, let me go ahead and put this out there. If you have an event and you want us to talk about it, email us at homefrontsitrep@gmail.com or send a message to Megan or myself on Facebook or go to something. I just got a friend request right now.
Love it.
Love it. That's Ashley. That's my. So technically, Julie and her share a birthday. You've met Ashley.
Yeah.
Her husband is Chris, but Ashley, I always call her my second wife. Because her and Julie are like two peas in the pod. So Ashley's my second wife.
Nice.
All right. So next event, this is going to be at the J-Town Veterans Memorial. This is the save the date for the Tryon Monument dedication ceremony. Honor Vietnam veterans. So it's going to be on Taylorsville Road. I don't remember what day. I know the information's on the flyer. I can't really read it right now on the screen because it's so small. But that's coming up. Yeah, no, I should have borrowed your readers.
They're actually not readers, so it wouldn't have helped anyways.
Probably not. So that's coming up, the Tryon Monument dedication ceremony. That's going to be coming on soon there. So I drive by it every day while I'm at work.
Mm-hmm.
And the construction is coming along pretty good. I haven't stopped in there. Of course, with my truck and trailer, it's kind of hard to stop in there. But so, yeah, that's coming up. Let's see. Do we have any comments? No other comments. I was just checking the comments. All right. So next, I kind of hit this one a little bit because we were going to be doing our dual broadcast.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the Veterans Brunch, November 11th at 10 a.m. I think it's 10 a.m. to 2, hosted by Veterans Rural Outreach of Shelbyville. Shelby County Christian Church is actually putting this event on. My sister-in-law, Stephanie Schilling, this is something that she came up with, and they're partnering with VRO out of Shelbyville. They have the tiny home community up there in Shelbyville that the Wake Ministry and Veterans Rural Outreach did. We're going to have them on soon, hopefully, working on that with Stephanie and getting that taken care of. So,
yeah, and I'll be starting out there, kind of getting everything set up and just kind of do a quick intro. And then I'll be
heading back to Mission Barbecue.
So we can do some where Willis will be kind of set up at the main place, and then we'll do some remote interviews and things like that. But then we'll flip back kind of like a correspondent broadcast back to the VRO and just kind of whoever wants to talk. If there's somebody that wants to share their story, we'll have them hop on, and it'll be good. I'm excited about it.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited. I mean, it's going to be amazing event. A lot of it's going to be for Shelby County area veterans.
Mm-hmm.
But if you are a Christian, go there, visit the Veterans Village, see what they have there. Talk with Stephanie, talk with the people that are hosting the event. Basically, what they want to do is show the veterans in the community of Shelby County what Shelby County Christian has to offer veterans. So it's going to be an amazing event. Probably the first of many different type of veterans events that they're going to do. So definitely excited about that. Mission Barbecue is going to be really huge. I mean, it's going to be, oh man, it's going to be amazing. I'm going to go check the comments. Um no, Megan is my second wife. Hey, there's Chris. I was just talking about Chris. What's up, Chris? So Chris is married to Ashley. Uh, Chris is an amazing guy, man. I tell you what, you talking about Hawaii? This guy is Hawaiian,
Oh
and
yeah.
he's awesome.
You know what the top love song from Hawaii is, right?
What is it?
Come on, I wanna lay you.
Is that true, Chris? And then Doc says no. Megan is his second wife.
No, I'm his sister from another
Yeah.
mister. Yeah.
And then we got a Facebook user here. I don't know who it is because it's anonymous, but welcome.
But hello.
Hello. So right now we got 6 people watching. So that's awesome. I got
Not
one
bad for our first go around.
No. So I got one more veteran event. This one right here is the VREC Week of Valor, November 4th through the 11th. Free events. There's a whole list of them there. You can see the KDVAs on there. You got the DAV. You got, oh man, there's so many different. So there's all kinds of events that they're going to be doing. I'm going to play that one more time because
Yeah,
I'm going to read some of
definitely,
those events. You got honoring female veterans, November 4th. Run to benefit Fisher House. Veterans Day of Valor, November 8th. Veteran Traveling Wall. And so there's all kinds of different things coming up on there. Now I know Louisville will have their
VCAL.
well,
it's the Week of Valor, but it's usually through the VCAL and the mayor's office.
Yeah. So
I know because I helped do it once upon a time.
So let's see who this is. Not sure why it's not showing my. Oh, Stephanie. Hey, you're welcome, Stephanie, my sister. So that's my sister-in-law, Stephanie. So yeah, the Veterans Brunch is going to be a cool event. Stephanie, if you'd like, I could get you on the podcast. I could send you a link and you could talk about it. Just let me know if you want to come on and talk about it. So just write a comment if you want to come on and talk about it, and then I can send you a link if you want.
If you want.
If you want to. That way you could talk about it. And if anybody else wants to come on and talk about their event, or you can call me, Stephanie. I can plug you in that way if you want. Chris, does Ashley? I saw Ashley send a friend request. I guess she's not friends with this account. Yeah, right now, Stephanie. Not tomorrow. Today, we're doing a live. If you want to talk about it today,
let's do it.
You can call me and I can plug you in and we can talk about it.
You can do it.
You could do it, or you can do a video. I can send you a link and you can come on and show your pretty face to the world.
It works on the phone, no problem. Because I did it not that long ago.
Yeah, we can do that.
So, but I am stupid excited about doing this, like how we were talking about, like doing it as like a correspondence type remote location.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be pretty cool.
I think it's one of those things. How many veterans we're going to be able to reach out to? Because some people are going to be in the Doc saying, "Get her, Doc." Doc's like, "Come on, let's do it." But yeah, so there's going to be people that are in the Shelbyville area that are like, "Nah, I don't want to go all the way up to St. Matthews." So then that way they can go there.
Which, I mean, I know there's so many different veteran events that's going to go on Veterans Day. So it's just pick and choose kind of what it's close to you.
And it's also like one of those things like we've all done before. Sometimes you just go from one spot to another, and it's like our version of a bar hop. But you just go from one event to another as a veteran, going, all right, this place has this, and we'll go there for a little bit. And
yeah, so I'm excited for Stephanie. She's super excited about this event. I mean, it's been something that she has thought about for quite some time, and it's something that she worked really hard on. So she's stupid excited about it.
And I thought it was awesome. It was like one of the first things that she kind of came to us about. She's like, "Hey, would you want to do that?" So
now, when we did our Thanksgiving for veterans a while back. She was really excited to help with that as well. So that's something that we probably need to look back into, starting again is doing, for veterans that are, hold on, that's Stephanie there. Hold on, Stephanie. I'm going to add you. I'm going to plug in. Hi, Stephanie. You there? I'm good. How are you? All right, hold on. I got to figure out how to turn this off. All right. Are you there? All right. So I had to mute our video so you could come through. All right. Let's talk about this veterans brunch that you got coming up, sweetheart. All right. Hold on. Hold on. Doc says he can't hear you, Stephanie. Hold on.
So we're gonna have to figure out. This is the joy of doing this.
All right, Doc. So Doc says he can't hear you, Stephanie. I might have to send you a link.
Yeah, that's what we do.
I'm gonna send you a link. That way you can come on video. And if you don't want to do, what's your?
You don't have to have the camera.
Yeah. What's your email, Stephanie? Hold on. EMSS.
Don't keep saying it aloud because no one else can hear.
Say it again, Steph. Yeah.
That way we're not broadcasting it if you don't want. I got you.
All right, Doc, hold on. I'm going to bring her on. All right, Stephanie, let me hang up with you and then I'll send you a link to your email. All right, bye.
Thank you all for your patience and understanding that we are still figuring some of this stuff out.
I don't know why it didn't come through. It should. All right. There it is. All right. Email sent, Miss Stephanie. All right. So as soon as she gets on there, thank you, Chris. But we're going to have her on here in just a second. So she's definitely super excited about this event. I mean, you can just hear it in her voice. So she's definitely super excited. So as soon as she clicks on the link and joins, we will bring her on. All right, Chris, how's things in your world, man? Why is it here? I don't know why there's background buzz. Do y'all hear that background buzz? Because I can hear it in my speakers, but I don't know if it's coming through on the live or not. Like it comes and goes. You hear it?
Yeah, like the hum.
Yeah.
Well, so okay, good. They don't hear the hum.
All right, cool. It's saying, what the heck, Bobby? She's saying it's not allowing me to access it.
Oh, wait.
Should be.
It just popped up. She just popped up.
Device not connected. Hold on. Let's see. They will need to connect their mic cam.
She didn't give the allow permissions or something.
All right, hold on.
So while they're working on that, just going to throw out there, I got this wild hair at my ass to meet up with a veteran buddy of mine, and I'm going out to Arizona for 9/11. So if you are in the Tempe area on 9/11 at the Watermark Tempe, they're going to be doing a Carry Old Glory, and there's still plenty of time slots available and things like that. So my good buddy Ro that I met once upon a time, he is actually going to house me while I'm out there, and I'll be
so
out.
While you're out there, I talked with Dang it. So it's not allowing her. So she's got an Android phone, and for some reason, it's not allowing her. Um, it's not allowing her to connect. So
What are
we'll have to bring her on and do a live video or something, so she can talk about the Veterans Brunch. When you're out in Arizona, my friend Dan McSparron, he's a Navy veteran. He's a Navy veteran. He runs the AT&T Veterans Arizona chapter, or actually his wife does.
Mm-hmm.
They started a new program, uh, and they give dogs, service dogs, to veterans. They work with a breeder. They also have um, working with a gate agent of some sort that will. So, like if a dog, they sent a dog to North Carolina,
Mm-hmm.
uh, they will take the dog at the gate and transfer it to North Carolina and meet the people at the gate in North Carolina.
Oh wow. Yeah.
So, and it's free. Like it didn't call that service is free. The getting the dog's free. So it's. But while you're out in Arizona, I might have you meet up with them and
That'd be cool.
talk with them, and we're going to have them on the podcast so they can talk about what they're doing. I don't know why Stephanie's thing's not working properly.
I wonder if she called if we did the old speakerphone to the
Yeah, let's do
microphone.
that. Hold on, Stephanie. I'm going to call you. I'm just going to put it on speaker, and then
Yeah, because
our
I
listeners
can hear that, and I don't hear feedback. Do you all hear feedback?
Hey, can you hear me?
I can.
Can you hear her, Megan?
I can hear her.
All right. So what I did, I called you on your phone, and then I got it up to the microphone so you can talk and people can hear you.
Okay, that sounds great.
All right.
There we
So
go, loud and clear.
loud and clear now. So go ahead and talk about your Veterans Brunch that you're super excited about.
Well, as David said, I'm his sister-in-law, and this is the Veterans Brunch is my way of reaching out and trying to connect veterans and even folks that are currently in the military that need to have some type of connection and outreach to their community, which my community happens to be Shelby Christian Church. I've been a part of the first responder family. I've been a paramedic I've actually thought about it. It's almost 16 years, and it sounds really old, and I'm struggling with that a little bit. But, so
You're still not as old as me.
Hey, and you saw my Facebook post earlier where I said I was excited that I actually made it to the toilet before I sneezed. So that's when you know you got old. So
that's I'm not there yet.
Oh, ouch.
But yeah, that when I did the math, I was like, oh, those numbers are terrible. But Shelby Christian has their fingers in a bunch of different places where they're just allowing all different.
You can't say that to a lesbian.
Oh.
I mean, you can.
Hey, it wasn't
Welcome to the podcast.
You're so lucky that I love you.
All right, I love you too. All right, continue. Sorry.
That they just it makes it so easy to plug in, and it makes it so easy to find that niche that makes you feel like I'm not doing this by myself. I'm not alone. I have somebody that I can talk to. I have people that are walking down that same path that I thought I was a loner on. I absolutely love Shelby Christian for that. They've supported me 100% with this Veterans Brunch. It's just something very near and dear to my heart. I feel like I can't throw a rock without hitting a family member that hasn't served or is currently served. I've worked with several partners that have previously served, and it just keeps going back to feeling isolated after they've been, after they're done with actually serving. So that's my goal. That's where I want it to be. I want it to be an annual thing. I want it to get bigger. I want more people to come, and I want to eliminate that isolation.
Well, yeah, definitely. I mean, veterans, Doc can testify this. Doc was a EMT too when he got out of the Navy. Of course, he was a corpsman And then when he got out, he was the EMT as well. And that isolation does set in. And I've said it numerous times that idle minds and veterans do not set well at all. So thank you for creating an event that will reach out to veterans within the Shelby County area and surrounding counties. And thanks for VRO for hosting the event at the Veterans Village, and thanks to Shelby Christian Church for putting this on. And Doc, I can show you right now. This is what Doc just said. So Doc agrees with me 100% on that. So,
and as Stephanie and I, like you and I talked, I was a police officer, and so first responders and veterans, they kind of lots of times go hand in hand. So for you to be a first responder and recognize that the link between veterans and first responders and understanding that isolation, because that was one of the I've told you this, one of the hardest things I ever did was not only get out of the military, but then also when I could no longer be a first responder. So yes, this one is for the veterans, which is awesome, which is great, but there's also so many veterans out there that are first responders. And so I just really appreciate you doing that and inviting us out there. And I'm super excited to be able to kind of help broadcast it and hopefully get some people out there.
So Stephanie, I got a question for you. If somebody wants to help sponsor the event, or if they want to come out and set up and talk about what they do, how would they go about contacting you or somebody else for the event?
Well, I'm listed as the primary with it just because it's kind of my baby. So honestly,
Would you?
My email will be the easiest, just because I'm always kind of checked into that.
Would you like them to reach out to us and we can forward it on to you?
Yes, that's what I was like. I don't really want to throw that out there for.
Yeah, so contact us at homefrontsitrep@gmail.com, and we will pass. Just put in the subject or in the note that you're trying to reach out to Stephanie for
the veterans brunch.
For the veterans brunch, and we will forward it on. We will field that.
Yeah, we can do that.
And I just thought about this. I don't want to take away too much from all your events, but if you guys are ever looking for something where you need it that week and you just need to be around a group of people, Veterans Rural Outreach has dinner 6 p.m. every Thursday.
Every Thursday. Please just come and hang out and.
I didn't know that.
People
I share.
The veterans that come out, they absolutely love it.
Yeah, I share that every time that I see it. I share it on the group page and stuff like that. So yeah, every Thursday they have a dinner for veterans. So yeah, definitely go up there to the village. I think they host it at the village, right?
They do. They host it right at their main building, which is right next to the houses that are right there. And they're really amazing about, even if you don't feel like coming in and sitting with a bunch of people, getting you a to-go dinner, getting you a homemade dinner that, obviously was made with love and care for you. It just does something different to your soul. So, just come in, either sit or don't sit, but just get a good meal.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Stephanie. We're going to move on, but thank you. And what I would recommend for you is probably create a email just for the event. That way we can forward everything. That way you'll have, just do like veteransbrunch@gmail.com or something like that. And then that way we can just forward everything to that. And then that way people would have that email instead of your personal email.
Yeah, I can go ahead and do that because I really hope and anticipate it's something that we can do from here on out.
Yeah. Sure.
So definitely reach out to us in the meanwhile. As soon as we get whatever Stephanie sets up, we'll forward it along and post it on all of our group pages.
And Doc said that the Veterans Village is on Bradshaw Street in Shelbyville. So
yeah, 506 Bradshaw Street. It's really easy to get to.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Stephanie. We're going to move on to our next.
Thank you so much. Oh, look, Blaze made an appearance.
Oh, there's Blaze.
All right. Thank you, Stephanie.
Thanks, Stephanie.
Appreciate it.
All right.
Bye. Love you too. Bye. So, yeah. So, the Veterans Village, every Thursday, 6 p.m. They host a dinner for veterans. So go up there if you want and enjoy a nice meal. Blaze is loving on Megan at the present moment in time. So yeah, excited about things that are upcoming, man. I know I spoke about it a while ago. Rich LaMonica, Misfit Nation show. Now don't get it confused with Misfit Nation podcast because there are, for some reason, there is two of them. So Misfit Nation show, the Misfit Nation show. He's out of Tennessee. He's 22 years Army. He dabbles in a little bit of this, a little bit of that, but his podcasts are amazing. So I recommend checking Rich LaMonica out.
It's actually, it was thanks to him that we're now able to kind of do this a little bit.
Yeah, he kind of helped.
So
he kind of helped us with the live stream and stuff like that.
He's a pay it forward kind of guy.
Yeah, he is a pay it forward kind of guy. I definitely recommend checking out his show on YouTube. It is the Misfit Nation show. Then Mr. Adam Bird, his is coming up September 10th. We are going to do his, and then Sam Deeds, we will be doing his on the, let's see, Jimmy Ferris reacted to your, okay, Jimmy. So let's see, Sam Deeds, we are going to do his on the September the 24th. November 7th, we will be on the Misfit Nation show. That's
By the way, it's Jimmy.
Jimmy, what's up, Jimmy? I haven't talked to Jimmy in a while.
That's been a hot minute for me too.
So November 7th, it's a Tuesday at 8 o'clock, it looks like. Oh, did we decide on 8 o'clock? I have to get back with Rich. But yeah, we'll be doing that show. Adam Bird, I'm excited about because he runs the Heroes Media Group, and they do a lot of things for veteran podcasters, and not just veteran podcasters. If you're an author, so Matthias, if you watch this, reach out to Heroes Media Group. I definitely recommend them to you. But they also, Heroes Media Group has I think a live radio station where if you go live, then you could broadcast to their platform and it's live. So it's around the world. So that's pretty cool. We're definitely super, super excited about upcoming things for our podcast. Eventually we're going to get to the point where we're going to have to monetize. So we're going to have to create an LLC. And I was thinking about a name for our LLC.
Uh-oh.
So one, I was thinking about names. Okay. So your daughter, Mo, I call her Mo, and Calla. So MoCal. So Olivia Ray MoCal Incorporated.
I like that.
For the LLC.
I like that.
So that way in the future.
If any of you all steal that right now, we're gonna hunt you down.
Yeah. So
and we'll take you out of the woods.
And the reason.
Well, it actually won't be us because we can't be involved with that because I just said that. So.
All right, Doc. Take care. We love you, buddy. So Olivia is my oldest daughter's middle name, and then Ray is my youngest daughter's name, and then Mo for Mora, and Cal for Calla. Mm-hmm. I like it. And then it'd be an LLC. So that, but we could still play around with the name. We can even come up with a military name if we wanted to. So yeah, that's coming. So we will have an LLC eventually because we will have to monetize. That way we can start doing more things for veteran wise. So.
Yeah. So I just want to throw out again, it's on 9/11 at the Watermark Tempe. It's the Valor Veterans. Oh, I've lost it. Okay, so VV, so Victor, CAZ. So it's Valor's Veteran Coalition of Arizona events. So VVCAZ events@gmail.com. Anyone listening, if you're going to be in the Tempe, Arizona area on 9/11, I will be there with my buddy Rob. So awesome dude. He started this organization similar to Willis and I, where we were a part of different organizations and just kind of felt like lost our way of like one veteran at a time. So Ro Gonzalez out there, trying to promote you, appreciate you. Thanks for housing me and giving me a reason to be going to Arizona for the first time ever.
Yep. So I got to give you Dan's number when you go out there so you can contact with Dan.
That would be awesome too.
And Dan and Kelsey, they're sweet. I love them. They're awesome. Like I said, they run the AT&T Veterans Arizona chapter. I think it's in Carefree, Arizona. You can always go to AT&TVeterans.com, I believe, and then click on the Arizona. I don't know if they have a Facebook page.
But yeah, it's okay. I got it down. It's Valor's Veterans Community Arizona. So definitely check them out.
Dude, did I forget another podcast that we got coming up?
Which one?
The one we had the big talk with Gunny.
Oh,
yes,
that's right.
So
yeah, this is
going to be huge.
Yep.
If you look through all the military stuff, Google MARSOC 3. That'll probably be the last time you hear me say that, MARSOC 3. If you know the story, you know the story. We have been in talks with Gunny Dreyer and Alan. Gunny is going to come on our podcast. We haven't narrowed down a day yet. And he's going to talk about his story, his business ventures that he's got going on. He's also going to talk about the Brothers in Arms Foundation, which he started. We're super excited to speak with Gunny. We had a conversation the other day with Gunny, and it was a wonderful conversation. He is in the spot where he's going to be transitioning out of the military come November. I believe he said he was going to be transitioning out of the military. So he brought up a good point. What's my next step? That's where we come in, and we're like, let's help him out. The guy has, legal battles, unfortunately, that he had to go through. And his story is it's one of those stories that movies are made about, honestly. So definitely be ready for that one.
And he was a sweetheart, because I reached out to him the next day because sometimes when you bring some stuff up like that, it's triggering.
Yeah.
And he was open and honest with me, and then the next thing I know, he's asking how I'm doing.
Yeah.
So he's just one of those guys.
He's awesome. I mean, unfortunately, the stuff that happened it's not good. So.
And sadly, it's not the first time.
Yeah, it's definitely not the first time. If you've been in the military for long enough, shit gets swept underneath the rug.
Yeah.
When it shouldn't be swept underneath the rug. And unfortunately, in this instance, they made it worse. Not the people involved, but the chain of command made it worse. Because from what I understand, they did everything right. And they still got hammered. And it tarnished their careers. Here they are 20 plus years in the military, and this tarnished their careers, unfortunately. So yeah, I'm excited about that. Excited to talk about Crux Distillery, Southern Cross Bourbon. That's something that Gunny is one of his ventures that he's going into.
And again, to be able to have that camaraderie and talk about, and I think it's going to be important to our listeners and viewers and things like that, that if you've been screwed over by command, you're not alone.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes, depending on who you've been around and who you've talked to, sometimes you feel that way.
Oh yeah.
So this will be a great conversation for that. So as well.
Well, Megan, it is a long time,
I know.
and we've talked a while. We talked about all the things that we wanted to talk about, all the events that we know of. Like I said, if you have events coming up and we didn't talk about them, it's because we don't know about them. Send us an email.
That's what we call a clue.
That's a clue. Send an email at homefrontsitrep@gmail.com or reach out to Megan or myself via Facebook Messenger, or if you got my cell phone number, call me. Shoot me a text with the info on it. If you got a flyer, I almost said flower, but if you have a flyer, send it to me.
You did say flower.
Well, I caught myself. Gosh darn it. Hell for it, Damn
I
Nation.
can't let it go.
Listen, Jenny, lattes and carrots. But anyhow, reach out to us. And like Megan and I say, always stay safe out there. And
we got your six.
Thanks for listening. Suggestions and comments are always welcome.
Discrimination will never be tolerated.
Cannot wait to have another great show with you all.
Don't forget, you can find us on Apple, Amazon, Spotify,
or wherever you get your favorite podcast. Stay safe out there. We got your six.